As the fighting intensified in and around Manbij, U.S. officials called on both Turkish and U.S.-backed Kurdish fighters to stop. Both at the White House podium.
We do not support and we would oppose efforts to move south and engage in activities against the Syrian Democratic Forces. At the same time, we've communicated to the SDF that they should not be engaged in military activity against Turkish forces.
And on social media, where the U.S. called the fighting, quote, unacceptable. Washington is caught between two allies in the fight against ISIL. The Syrian Kurdish fighters who have been most effective against ISIL, and NATO ally Turkey, which sees the Kurds trying to take territory on its border. Still, Secretary of State John Kerry recently made it clear the U.S. does not support any Kurdish attempts to carve an independent country out of Syria.
There has been some limited engagement, as everybody knows, with a component of Kurd fighters on a limited basis, and we cooperated very closely with Turkey, specifically, to make sure that there was a clear understanding of the rules by which that engagement would take place. They understand that. Now that Manbij city has been liberated, I think there are other expectations of what will take place.
Meantime, the U.S. is still trying to work out an agreement with Russia that might have them run joint airstrikes against ISIL inside Syria. But the foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, downplayed suggestions this might mean grounding the Syrian Air Force.
It's not that we are talking about grounding the Air Force. What we are talking about is that the aviation in the Syrian sky should be efficient in this fight against ISIL and Jabhat al-Nusra.
An effort to resolve one part of a very complicated situation inside Syria. Rosalind Jordan, Al Jazeera, Washington.